Hey everybody, welcome to HMF Live. My name is Tanya and I am the founder and coach of Hustle Muscle Fitness. Do you ever, maybe you're trying to lose weight or maybe you're trying to just be healthy in general and now we're upon the holidays or the holidays are upon us and you're trying to figure out how can I be healthy during the holidays, especially since this is one of the most known times of the year for weight gain. So stay tuned because that's exactly what we're talking about tonight. I'm going to give you a series of tips on how you can have a healthy Thanksgiving but still enjoy it and still be delicious. So but first let me just get through a couple of announcements and then we'll get into the good stuff. So all right, we're already halfway through November, which still blows my mind that Thanksgiving is just next week. But here's a couple of things that are coming up. First things first, if you are interested in checking out what this coaching gig is all about, how much fun we have, the passion that goes into this work, why we do it, and how you could maybe do that too, not only working towards your health and fitness goals, but maybe financial freedom of time. And my success partner and I are going to be hosting a behind the scenes look at coaching, so a coach sneak peek, and that'll be this Friday the 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing that live. If you'd like to be a part of that, please send me a message so that way I can get you into the event page where we will be posting live 6 p.m. It's an hour long. That's it. Chance for you to ask questions, get lots of information, and there's no obligation to become a coach. You could get all the information, decide, it's not for me, and that's totally cool. So Friday, 6 p.m. Again, either send me a message or comment below this video and I will reach out to you to follow up. Also, the annual Team Beachbody holiday sale is starting on the 21st. It's sort of like an extended Black Friday, Cyber Monday type of deal. They put a ton of stuff on sale, like way marked down programs, equipment, clothes, all that kind of stuff. So if you would like to be made aware of when those sales are live and maybe what some of those things are going to be, again, let me know and I can make sure to get that information to you. That's going to go through from the 21st through the 29th of this month. Let's see what else is going on. The 28th, we're going to start our 5-day healthy Thanksgiving leftovers challenge. So if you're wondering what to do with all of those Thanksgiving leftovers, like the turkey, maybe some of the salads, veggies, or the cranberry sauce, stuff like that, and you'd like to, mashed potatoes even, and you'd like to maybe get back on track, lose a few pounds, some of the bloat, if nothing else, then let me know because that'll be happening. It's free to join. The only thing that you would need to pay for, I guess, would be the groceries that you would need in addition to some of your leftovers. So that's going to be the 28th, 5 days, super simple. I lay everything out for you. You just follow the meal plan and have fun. So that's kind of what's going on for the month of November. Also for December coming up, if you are interested, the 30-day Little Black Dress Challenge, the LBD challenge, or for you guys, you can consider it a tuxedo challenge. That's going to be coming up December 5th. And that is just a chance for us to, maybe lose some pounds after Thanksgiving and head into Christmas and New Year's. Maybe you have an outfit or an event you're going to that you want to look pretty snazzy for. This is a great way to do it in a very fun atmosphere. We'll be giving away prizes. You'll get healthier, get closer to your goals, get support, all kinds of good stuff. And every person that buys and joins this challenge and buys a challenge pack, which is a fitness program plus Shakeology, is going to be entered into a raffle for a high quality yoga mat, which is valued about $30. And it's a very nice mat. So, and then also each person that does buy a challenge pack will get a special little gift for me, especially in honor of the holidays, giving thanks, being thankful for all of you and the season of giving. So lots of good stuff, but let's get into the topic because Thanksgiving is now only a week away. Now for me, it's actually, or 8 days. For me, it's actually a week because I do, in my house, Gary and I, we do a Friendsgiving every year and we actually do that on Wednesday night. So our dinner is actually a week away. So I thought this topic was very relevant. And I'll be honest, I love to enjoy myself for Thanksgiving. I try to eat pretty healthy all year round and have spots of holidays or celebrations. And so Thanksgiving is one of those. So, but I still have some tips that I implore for myself and wanted to share with you. So tonight, this is part 1. I'm going to give you 10 tips tonight on how to have a healthy and enjoyable Thanksgiving. And then next week, probably Monday night because of the holiday week, I will give you part 2 and give you a few more tips to finish it off and hopefully you can implement some of those and come away from the holidays feeling a little less bloated, maybe a little less guilty, but also some ways that you, if you do enjoy it, to not feel guilty. So, all right, so here we go. Tip number 1, first of all, is stick to your workouts. Whether you go to the gym, whether you're just kind of doing something that you might be winging it, whether you're following a Beachbody program like I am, right now I'm doing Core de Force, stick to your workout schedule, your regimen, whatever that is. I am planning to do my workouts every morning. I mean, I'm planning to do the whole program, but especially even on the day that we celebrate Thanksgiving, you know, make sure you do your workouts all the way leading up to, make sure you do your workout the day of, earn that treat. And then the next day, don't skip a meal because you might be in a bit of a turkey coma. Make sure that you continue to work out, and don't let up on that just because we're in a holiday season. Tip number 2, stay on top of your water intake. Now, you might not be very good at this already, but it's even more important when you know that there's a potential to overindulge. And if you're not in complete control of the menu, that means there could be a lot of high sodium meals or food sides, things like that. So you really want to make sure you're drinking lots of water so you don't feel bloated. I know for me, when I have too much salt in my food, the next day I have a hard time getting my rings on. Like my fingers are swollen and just my eyes are puffy. So keep on top of your water. And if you have trouble with that, an app that I usually recommend to my clients is called Hydro. You download it on your phone, and it's really helpful. You can set up your water goal and then set up reminders, and you can log your water in. And what I usually recommend is to try and get at least half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, try to shoot for 100 ounces. At a minimum, should be somewhere between 60 to 70, but I would say shoot for the half your body weight. And if you know it's going to be a salty day, if you know you're going to have maybe enjoy a couple of cocktails, definitely drink lots of water. Tip number 3, eat healthy leading up to your dinner. I kind of said this a little bit before, but make sure that you have your Thanksgiving dinner plan. Mine is Wednesday night. So that means all week I'm going to be following my meal plan. The day of, I'm going to make sure I follow my meal plan, leading up to that evening. I'll probably save my yellow containers, which are my carbs, probably save that for my Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm going to stick to it. And then I'm also going to make sure that when the holiday is over, so Thanksgiving, kind of jumping ahead here, but Thanksgiving is one day, so that means the next day I'm kind of back on my meal plan. You know, I may take some of my leftovers, like instead of having, let's say, a grilled chicken breast, I may have some leftover Thanksgiving turkey, things like that. But it's business is back in session. So make sure that you lead healthy, leading all the way up to, so that way, and I'm jumping ahead, but so that way you're not feeling like you're famished or whatever going into your dinner. And then at your dinner, exercise portion control. You don't have to have mounds of potatoes or mounds of stuffing or all that kind, do like probably, I would say 4 to 5 ounces of your lean protein, which will probably be your turkey, maybe it's ham, but I would say 4 to 5 ounces of that. Do a lot more on the green side, fill up on some veggies, and then limit your carbs. Maybe it's a little bit of stuffing or a dinner roll or a little bit of maybe, if you do candied yams or sweet potatoes of some sort. Exercise portion control. Then you won't walk away feeling so terrible, bloated or weighed down or whatever. And then again, I said this a minute ago, but Thanksgiving is one day. Thanksgiving is not a week-long celebration. You want to make sure that you have your dinner and you move on and back to normal. Now, you may have multiple dinners. I know I have one this Friday, and I have ours next Wednesday, and then I have one on the following Sunday. But I'm going to implore all of these same things. I'm going to work out, drink lots of water, use portion control, and eat healthy leading up to and after the fact. So, all right, let's see, where are we at? Tip number 6. If you are hosting, which means you're a little bit you're in more control of the menu, send most, if all of your leftovers home with your guests. That way you don't have tons of candied yams or tons of desserts or whatnot hanging around in your fridge tempting you. Not everybody is on a mission to either lose weight or just be healthy or whatever. So if you have friends or family that come over and maybe they're not as concerned, send the leftovers home with them, and then you still get to stay on track and you don't have those extra temptations sitting around your house. If you are a guest at someone else's house, this is still part of number 6, then don't take home leftovers unless it's like a healthy veggie dish, side dish, or maybe a little bit of the turkey or something like that. But limit your, or don't take home leftovers. Okay, tip number 7. If you are hosting, then you're in more control of the menu. Provide a healthy menu, some healthy options. You're in control of the turkey. Maybe it's not, butter's not the worst thing in the world, but maybe it's not completely drenched in butter. Maybe it's not wrapped in bacon. And I'll be honest, I have had butter-balled, not the Butterball brand, but butter-balled bacon turkeys before. But if you're in control, and this is something that you want to do, then you can have healthier options. Maybe you make a whole grain stuffing or whole grain rice stuffing or wild rice stuffing, more green veggie options. Maybe you don't do candied yams, maybe you just do baked sweet potatoes and people can choose their toppings. Maybe you make a healthy pumpkin pie. This next week when I'm hosting, I'm making a gluten-free, dairy-free, and no white or added sugar pumpkin pie that I've already tested, and it went over well. It's a very good pie. Using only natural sweeteners, and so that's what I'm going to make. And I'm going to use coconut whipped cream instead of going out to the store and buying regular whipped cream. So there are things like that that you can do. Or if you are a guest again, bring a healthy dish to contribute to the meal, and then you've got at least one side or one menu item that is safe, that's healthy for you, that you made, controlled the ingredients, all that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Tip number, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Tip number 8. If you are like me and you are a daily Shakeology drinker, which you should be, because there's lots of benefits. But if you are, then have your Shakeology before you head to a holiday party, or even before you're going to host one, before you're about to host yours. This way you have something that's obviously very nutritious, dense nutrition, something that's a little bit filling. That way when you get to the party or your dinner starts, then you're not super hungry, and you won't feel the need to fill up on everything or overpile things on your plate. So another way that you can plan ahead. Number 9, this one's pretty simple. You don't need seconds. Get your one plate of your turkey, your veggies, maybe a little bit of stuffing, maybe a dinner roll, and then limit your sauces, and maybe you go and have one serving of dessert, so like a slice of pumpkin pie or pecan pie or whatever, but don't turn back and look for that second serving or that second piece of pie. Okay, you don't need seconds. Okay, but finally, we're at is this number 9? This is number 10. Okay, so number 10, if you do go overboard, don't beat yourself up. And then also, don't use it as an excuse to just quit your healthy routine, to quit your workout program, to quit eating healthy. Don't use this as an excuse. Well, I had one day that I messed up, so I might as well give up. That's stupid. I'm just going to say that outright. It's stupid. Don't beat yourself up, because you are human, and it's hard to be around all that temptation when you're trying to stay on track, or especially if you're earlier on in your journey. For me, I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm not perfect, but it's a lot easier for me to turn certain things down than it used to be. So, but don't beat yourself up. But again, don't use this as an opportunity for you to give up, quit on your goals, or quit on your healthy habits. It's just one day, I think I heard someone say it's kind of like your phone. If you were to drop your phone, and then maybe even crack the screen a little bit, but you could still clearly use it and clearly see it, would you toss out the whole phone? No. You made one mistake. It sucks, it sucks to have that little, maybe that little crack on your screen, but your phone's still totally functional, and you keep using it. So maybe it's a stretch, but it's the same kind of thing. You have one day where you might have screwed up, or you didn't stick to your plan the way you wanted to, but that's no reason to to throw in the towel and quit on being healthy, because that's a lifelong journey and a lifelong process. You may have a weight loss goal in mind or weight gain goal or whatever in mind, but just because you have one day that's off doesn't mean that you stop trying. Like I said, if that's the thing and you go over more than you wanted to, guess what? Tomorrow's a new day. You're back to eating healthy. Maybe you're back to drinking your Shakeology, or you continue drinking your Shakeology, and you're back to your workouts, drinking lots of water so you can start flushing all that extra sodium and all that stuff out. So it's not the end of the world. But if you plan ahead, and like my challengers all probably know and have heard me say this a million times, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if you do some of these things, you plan ahead, you know what your Thanksgiving schedule is going to look like, then you should be well on your way, and you should be able to stay pretty fairly on track. And I'll be honest, my plan is to, do a lot of these things, work out, lots of water, eat healthy all the way too. And then of course I will exercise some portion control, but I'm not going to feel guilty because I know I'm planning to have turkey, stuffing. I'm going to make my own cranberry sauce, so it's a lot less sugar and a lot fresher and better ingredients, no chemicals. I'm making a healthy pumpkin pie, so I don't feel guilty about that. I'm making coconut whipped cream, so I don't feel guilty about that. And my belly thanks me for it not being dairy. And then I can limit my stuff on all the other things. I'll plan on having a few cocktails, but I'll be drinking lots of water all day long. So I'm not going to feel guilty about this Thanksgiving, and neither should you if you take the steps to plan ahead. So I hope that you find these tips helpful. I know I went through them pretty quickly, so definitely feel free to go back through this video and listen to those 10 tips again. In fact, I will recap them real quick so you have them all again. So stick to your workouts, leading up to, day of, and after. Stay on top of your water intake. Drink lots of water. Try to hit minimum of 60, but try to shoot for at least half of your body weight in ounces of water. And if you need to, download the Hydro app to help you with reminders and water drinking goals. Number 3, eat healthy leading up to your dinner. As I said, it's the same thing as your workouts. Eat healthy leading up to, the day of, enjoy your dinner, and then the next day you're back on track. Number 4, exercise portion control at your dinner. You don't need to have a pile of potatoes like that, or a pile of stuffing or the entire pie. So exercise portion control. If you're doing any of the fix programs or the portion, the color-coded containers, save your yellows for dinner at the very least. All right. Number 5, remember that Thanksgiving is only one day. Now, if you have multiple dinners, and maybe not all on the same day, but throughout the week, then still keep using the same thing. Exercise that portion control, drink lots of water, don't skip your workouts. Number 6, if you're hosting, send your guests home with your leftovers so you don't have temptation sitting in your fridge. And if you are a guest at someone's house, avoid taking leftovers with you. And if you do, limit it to like your turkey and your veggies. Number 7, if you are hosting, you have complete control over providing a healthy meal for folks, and you can choose to do, the turkeys without dumping lots of sugar on them or whatever glazes. You have the option of doing like whole grain quinoa type of stuffings, doing lots of veggie dishes, controlling the types of desserts you offer, that sort of thing. But if you are attending a dinner, then you can bring your contribution can be a healthy side. So you have at least one menu item that you're in control of that you don't have to feel guilty about. Number 8, for you Shakeology drinkers, definitely have your Shakeology before you start your dinner or before you attend a dinner. And if you're not a Shakeology drinker, I really suggest that you try it because it's very filling. It helps reduce your sugar craving, especially. That's a big one for me. Helps you with energy, regularity, all kinds of benefits. And if you're trying to lose weight, that's just one of the bonus benefits that you get from it. If you're not trying to lose weight, the rest of your nutrition will help to keep you from losing weight. You can also, I've seen many people who've used it to maintain their weight, which is actually what Gary does. And then people who've also made it part of their diet to increase muscle mass. So Like I said, if you're trying to lose weight, it's a bonus, but if not, you can be strategic with it so you can maintain or gain. But have your Shakeology because it will help you feel full and you don't show up to a dinner feeling totally ready to go savage and just decimate the table. Number 9, simple. You don't need seconds. Get your 1 serving of your main course and then 1 serving of your dessert, and keep it at that. You don't need to go back for more pie. You don't need to go back for more stuffing, whatever. And then finally, number 10, if you go overboard, don't beat yourself up. It's not the end of the world. Tomorrow's a new day to get back on track, implement all of your healthy habits again, and keep going, keep working out, all that kind of good stuff. But if you do go overboard or more so than you planned, don't use it as an excuse to bail out on your goals, to bail out on your healthy habits that you're working so hard on. It's one day, it's one meal that you might have overdone. Get back to it. No fuss, no muss. Something like that. So those are your 10 healthy tips for part 1. I hope that you found this helpful, how to have a healthy Thanksgiving and still enjoy it. Stay tuned next week. Like I said, it'll probably be Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, where we will have part 2. It won't be 10, but I'll still have a few more tips that you can use that will help you with your journey, especially as we enter Thanksgiving week. So if you found this helpful, drop me some comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you do some of these things? Are there other tips maybe that you have that I haven't mentioned? And who knows, maybe they might be tips I mentioned next week, but I would love to hear back from you. So let me know if these are things that you find useful, maybe easy to implement, or if you would like even help on getting started, so you can enter the holidays already making some changes. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you all. I love that you tuned in, whether it's live or whether it's after the fact. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. And as always, I hope you guys have a healthy and happy evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.